Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel T-Spot. In this video, hardcore Sanditon fans are aware that the second season of the Jane Austen-inspired series was a bit of a reset. The first season ended on a cliffhanger when Charlotte found out that Sydney Parker, Theo James, who says he loves her, must wait for his friend and ex-wife Torrell to get her money. Their story was supposed to come to an end in a later episode. James, on the other hand, left the show between the time it was picked up by PBS and ITV canceled it. The drama Kill Sydney introduced new characters, subjected Charlotte to a series of heartbreaks, grief, and heartbreaks once more, and killed off Sydney. Their lines of communication became entangled despite the fact that she fell in love with the moody Colborne. In spite of the fact that Georgie Ann won her trial, Charlotte has not yet left Sanditon in episode 4. Charlotte says that she wants to show her support for Georgiana and go to a party to celebrate her victory. She is hesitant about the second point because Georgiana has given up looking for her mother and has been spending her entire time sipping champagne with Lord Harry Montrose's flavorful bath bows, which have just arrived. Charlotte disagrees and is concerned about Georgiana's mental well-being. Despite this, Georgiana drags her and Arthur to the fringes of the beach's festivities. After Harry and Arthur both believe the other was avoiding them as the shooting party approaches, they eventually have a conversation. They resume their conversation in the privacy of a walk along the cliffs, and Arthur admits that he was overcome with realization when Harry asked him if he was gay. It is hesitant to lead such a public life, but it eagerly accepts Harry's invitation to go to a faraway house in Wales with him. On the class, Charlotte likewise had a contacting experience, which she imparts to Georgiana. She is embarrassed by her kiss with Alexander and dreads seeing her fiancé Ralph. After that, Ralph shows up, claiming that he has learned that Georgiana's trial has ended and that he is here to bring Charlotte home. She convinces him to stay for Georgiana's celebration. In addition, Samuel Colborne has remained at Sanditon for a longer period of time than anticipated because he has been spying on Leo and planning a marriage for Alexander and Charlotte with Lady Susan. Alexander had begun to date Lydia Montrose after failing in the second. Following Charlotte's dismissal, taking her and her mom to tea, Susan is thinking about leaving Sanditon. Samuel tries to convince her that there are other good reasons to stay, like the fun of racing carriages on the beach. Augusta, who has been sending Edward covered letters, is causing Samuel concern. Alexander catches up on the correspondence when he notices Augusta holding an orchid that the Colborne estate does not grow. He claims that Augusta cannot leave the house unattended. With such activities, Samuel accepts Alexander will drive Augusta further nearer to Edward. However, his sibling won't take his guidance. However, Georgiana will. In spite of her victory, she keeps on being maligned in the media, and family members continue to make cases to her wealth. Samuel advises her that the best way to stop everything is to either wed or surrender her wealth. Lady Montrose felt sorry for Georgiana and escorted her outside for a stroll after hearing what was being talked about in Sandin's tea room. She says that having a title can help keep rumors from spreading. Although Lady Montrose's advice may appear to be well-intentioned, she is thinking about Georgiana's financial security if she wants her son. Railing Price wants to build a hotel in the old town of Sanditon, and Varian has been working on plans to help the locals with Tom's approval. She is worried about an epidemic of illness and has a plan to help the old town, but neither Tom nor Lady Denham, the backer of the hotel, are interested in hearing it. After that, Mary approaches Alexander, who is more perceptive. She insists on taking Charlotte and Ralph to present Alexander after hearing Charlotte's suggestion to build a school. As the three people enter, Alexander is having tea with Lydia and her mother. Alexander had been impressed by Lydia's knowledge of horses. Augusta screams and storms out of the awkward tea that follows, and Charlotte follows. Augusta finally got to see Edward in person thanks to Leo. Despite the fact that he had initially suggested they flee together, she found out that he was leaving Sanditon because he couldn't stand being without her. Augusta complains to Charlotte about her predicament without naming her suitor. Charlotte assures her that she and her beloved will find a way to be together if it is meant to be. Another romance is stopped by an outsider when Dr. Fawkes returns from London and informs Reverend Henkins, to the Reverend's displeasure, that he and Beatrice have been communicating. Lady Denham, who enjoys spending time with Price but declines his marriage proposal out of a desire to preserve her title and wealth, also rejects a relationship. Similar to Denham, Harriet decides not to continue a relationship while in need of outside support. His mother advises Arthur to end their relationship because she is aware of his sexual orientation. He might lose his life or, even worse, ruin his reputation. Harriet tries to tell Arthur, who is happier than ever, but he has stopped talking at Georgiana's party. Arthur is more content than ever. Because of this, Arthur must be made aware by Georgiana's statement that Harry made a proposal to her and that she accepted, along with the other guests at the party. Arthur sends the couple a squeezed message of congratulations, distraught. Later, when Georgiana tells him that she still has time for him, he wonders why she chose Montrose over all the others. Beatrice is also hurt, so she doesn't want to dance with Dr. Fuchs because she knows that her brother won't like it. Lady Denham decides to accept Price's proposal because she enjoys dancing with him. Augusta is educated by Edward that a carriage is sitting tight for them to escape. However, they should leave that night during the firecrackers or not the slightest bit. As Augusta looks at Alexander and asks for guidance without revealing any other details, Charlotte tells her to take advantage of the opportunity to be with her beloved so that she won't regret it later. Alexander approaches Augusta and offers a day tent as the gathering heads to the ocean side for the firecrackers. From that point onward, she and Edward skulk off in the other bearing. They are fleeing when the Hankins family sees them. The siblings alert Samuel, who has been informed by Susan that Charlotte might not be the only reason she stays in Sanditon. A particular lawyer is excellent company. Samuel finds Alexander and chases him back to the house, where Charlotte is waiting to convince Georgiana to end their engagement. Georgiana responds by stating that Charlotte is about to enter a loveless marriage despite being in love with Alexander. Ralph immediately leaves the room. He wants to get Charlotte out of Sanditon happy as soon as possible because she always comes back from there. Charlotte claims that it is not Sanditon. The Colburns inform them as soon as they arrive that Augusta has left with Edward. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.